Hi, I'm Brian Spain. So I'm not playing a character today. I'm actually me, Brian Spain. Nice to meet you. I'll try to keep this brief. I made notes because if not, this would go on forever and ever. Because anyone that knows me knows I can talk 70 minutes on a topic. What I want to talk to you about today is my depression, which I've had since I was a little kid, and I've spent the better part of 2 decades dealing with it, and it sucks. And today is one of the days that I have it, and it sucks. So I decided I'd talk to you about it because I figure if I have it, and I've always been ashamed to tell people. There's like 8 people that know I have it. Most of those are family. There's a couple of friends. Because it makes me feel like a loser. So I'm going to go with my notes. Wearing a skull and crossbone tie. And it's great with the skull and crossbone tie because I sell insurance now. It's a part-time thing. And I had a meeting. And so since I do life insurance, I think wearing skull and crossbone tie to those are kind of funny. Some people might say it's morbid. But it's like I came face to face with my mortality like at age 12, maybe 13. This is the first time I decided that I wanted to kill myself. Actually, even before then, like one time I remember in 4th grade, I wrote my first suicide note, and I wrote like a will to let people know. And a little girl in our class named Amanda, I won't say her last name, saw it and laughed because she thought it was a joke. But at the time, it was really serious for me. So anyway, and I always tell people when they're like, oh, so you like skull and crossbones, I tell them it's because I went to the University of East Carolina, where the Pirates. And yeah, so it's for that, but also it's because when I see it, it's kind of like my little secret. Like, I know how many times I've cheated death. I'm not suicidal anymore. I haven't been for probably about 7 years now, which is awesome. A lot of that corresponded with moving to New York. I don't know why the change, but something about being here has cut that little part of me out, which I appreciate. So depression, a lot of people don't understand what it is. And what it is there's a little thing in my head that will tell me that no one likes me. And they just tell me that no one cares. And if I'm gone, it doesn't matter. Like, I serve no purpose. But the good thing is, I've won out. I know people care. For the longest time, I really didn't believe that. I didn't even think my parents cared. I felt like I had no friends, like anytime it came up. And I remember being a kid. Like I said, I was probably 12, 13, 14. I don't remember the first time I did this, but my dad has this amazing, I still love the gun this day, but this .357 Magnum. And I would go and get it. And I would go to the entranceway of our home, like when you first walk in, and I would put the barrel in my mouth. And I would think so hard about just squeezing the trigger and ending the pain. Because I didn't think I could take it anymore. But each time for something, I give credit to God. I know a lot of people don't believe, but I always wiped off the slobber, put it back in the holster, put it away, and my parents didn't know. And actually, when I went home for Christmas this last time, I asked my dad if I could see that gun. And I wanted to hold it again because I felt so accomplished that I didn't kill myself, and I've had such a great life. And I would have missed out on so many amazing things if I'd pulled that trigger, and I'm so glad I didn't. So yeah, my brain says that no one likes me. And it's weird because I can be having the best day. Yesterday I was having the most awesome day. It was awesome. One of my friends came to visit from Virginia. Went out with her, hung out, and 2 of my favorite things are bow ties, which I'm sure you've seen me wear, and socks. And so, I was having a great day because she bought me 2 pair of Happy socks, which are my favorite brand, and she bought me a reversible bow tie, which I love reversible bow ties. So, I was having a great day. And like, I was so happy, and I made plans for today. I was like, I'm gonna go, with my friend to happy hour today, and then I'm gonna see my other friend, and everything's gonna be great. And then I get home, and it shouldn't be a big deal. I look at my YouTube, and my new Brent Splendor video only had 9 views. And of those 9 views, one person clicked thumbs down. Shouldn't bother me. I've gotten thumbs down before. But I cried for 10 minutes because someone didn't like it. And I know you're probably thinking, well, this industry's tough. If you can't handle it, don't do it. I can handle it most of the time. I don't know when those are going to hit. And I wish I did. So yeah, I felt like a failure. I cried 10 minutes. I do a great job controlling without medication. I don't ever want to take the medication. I've seen people on medication, and nothing against them. Some people need it, and I would never tell you not to take your medication. And I would never tell you to try to decide for yourself if you need the medication or not, because I'm not a doctor and I don't know your situation. For me personally, I don't want to take it because I have other people close to me that's on it, and I don't like it. I don't like how it makes them. So for me, the worst times to have anxiety or like the depression or any of that stuff is when I have plans, and the plans are important to me. Like today I was supposed to go to happy hour, and I have to tell my friends, which they don't know about my depression. So I'm just like, sorry guys, I can't make it. Like, I have to say, like, I usually say I'm under the weather, or I just don't feel good. Those are my code words for I'm sad as shit, and I can't be around people, or I might just start crying. And it's really a hopeless feeling. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten dressed up, and I have outfits, and this is my mom knows about my depression, and I'll tell her, I'm like, I have outfits I put together when I'm in a very good mood and everything is normal. And I put them together and I take pictures of them. And that way I know when I'm feeling bad and feeling really shitty about myself, I can look at those pictures and be like, hey, when I'm normal, I like these outfits. I can wear this and I'll look good. I'll look cute. I get compliments on these outfits. I have to do that because, like, today there is not a single thing I owned, and I own more clothes than just about anybody that I could wear that I'd be like, oh, I look good in that. No. So yeah, so many times I've gotten dressed up. Like my friends' birthday parties, I feel terrible. Like I have a friend Laura that I love more than anything, and I hardly ever see her. But like her birthday, I got so dressed up and I was ready to go party and have a great time. And like an hour before I left, it was just like, you can't go. Everyone there is going to make fun of you. Everyone there is going to think you're a loser. The entire night, no one's going to want to talk to you. And I know this sounds silly, like I do, but it's so real at the time. Like, when it hits, it's there, it exists. And sometimes people tell me, they'll be like, it's just depression. Everyone gets depressed. And that's one of the reasons I don't tell people. Because it sucks so bad to try to tell someone that it's more than that. Like you try to explain to someone, they're like, oh, you just want attention, or everyone gets depressed. And it's not like that at all. Like I have something chemically wrong in my brain that makes my life harder than most people's. And no one knows. And so people just assume things, and it hurts so bad that I can't just be like, hey guys, sorry, but I can't. I can't make it. I do feel like a loser, and I've lost friends. There have been people I've told, and they didn't know how to deal with it. So instead of just saying, hey, I don't know how to deal with this, they leave. And it hurts. My friend Atita left like 3 or 4 years ago. The first time I told her, I was like, hey, I'm struggling, I have anxiety today. She goes, oh, and you think I'm in the mood to deal with this? And never talk to me again. And I thought that was my friend. And yeah, at least I learned who's my real friend and who's I'm not. But it sucks so bad to have someone you think cares about you and find out they don't when you actually need someone. But it's not people's fault for not knowing. That's another reason I'm making this video. People don't understand, because in America, if you have any kind of mental difference, you're ostracized and people judge you and people don't like you and you're crazy. I've never been crazy. Like I've never wanted to harm other people. I've never been like, hey, whatever the things that people do to hurt others. No. I'm just someone that has something chemically wrong in my brain that will make me incredibly sad and just break down sobbing over small things. The silliest one to me, because I can make fun of myself, and if I make fun of things that probably shouldn't be made fun of sometimes, but if I don't, that's how I cope. That is my coping mechanism. And so sometimes I say things people find offensive, but it's just me dealing with it the way I deal with it. But the funniest thing to me is one time I was ironing a shirt, and the shirt had a wrinkle. And I tried to iron it, and the wrinkle just didn't come out the way I wanted it to. So I just sat on the floor and started crying. I was like, my life's over because this wrinkle won't come out of the shirt. And sure enough, as soon as I'm over it, which normally it's 24 to 48 hours. Like, I got this yesterday when I got home. Like, by tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'll be fine, I'll be happy. And I've learned to control it on my own, and it's so amazing, because for the longest time it was so scary, because I would wake up and I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever think anyone cares again. But now I know my body, and I know I can sleep it off sometimes. And caffeine helps. I'm doing the Advocare right now. I want to actually take a sip of this. Caffeine helps. Like, I wish I liked coffee, but I don't. All right, so I'm almost done. I'm sorry, I'm already lost my place. But yeah, so it's not people's fault. Like, I used to get so mad, and I just want to be like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. You have no clue how hard my life is. But people don't know. Because when you see me, I'm shining, I'm happy. I make funny videos on YouTube. Like, I love making people laugh. I did stand-up comedy for 3 years in New York City. Like, I like making people laugh. I like being the center of attention and making sure everyone has a good time. If I go to a party and I'm in the mood, people call me Mingle and Jingle, because I will go around and talk to everyone and make sure they're all in a good mood. When I went to like the Match.com, OKC, whatever you want to call them, events, they always make me a captain or a social coordinator, whatever it is called, where I go through and make sure everyone's having a great time, because I'm good at that. And I'm really good at it. It's just sometimes the brain don't work. And so when I'm making this video, like, I never thought I'd make one. I didn't. And it's crazy because, like, Robin Williams, brilliant comic, Robin Williams, he killed himself. And people are like, oh, I can't believe he would do that. And I could. Like, I'm like, I wasn't surprised. Like, our lives are so hard. And when I don't have it, I'm so thankful. Like, God's been so good to me. I'm doing the job I love. I'm on TV. Like, I've always wanted to be on TV when I was a kid. Like, I was 5 years old using the old VHS camcorder to make ads for my dad's Timex watch. I always wanted to be on TV. And I'm doing that. And I have amazing friends. Like yesterday, Best Friends Day, I had like 13 best friends. And I'm like, that is an incredible number of best friends to have. And like, all these people would do anything for me. And that's what's great, because now when I get sad, instead of saying no one cares, I can think about them and the good times we had. And I know they care. Like, and I know, like, some of them know about how down I get. And they're always like, whatever you need from me, just let me know. But yeah, so I'm not doing this for me, because I've learned to cope. And I've learned what I need to do in order to get back to being happy and healthy Brian. And it's great. I'm doing this because there's probably some of you that watch my channel, which not a lot watch anymore. I have 5,000 subscribers and only like 30 people watch a video. And I get that. I hope it picks back up. But here's the thing. Like, there's probably one of you or two of you or someone out there that watches this. And you get sad too, and you don't really know. And you might think it's normal, because at age 12, I thought it was normal. Like, I thought everyone felt this bad. I thought everyone wanted to kill themselves. And then, you know, as I got older, I started feeling like I was different. And I'd look at it and I'd go, hey, these people aren't like me. And it made me feel bad. Like, I was different, but I was bad different. But then I get older and I realize I'm different, but I'm beautiful. Like, I'm so awesome sometimes. And that's not me bragging. I mean, I've been so blessed. I live in New York City. I do what I want to do for my life. And I have a good life. And so if you're watching and you get depressed, And I'm not talking about the depressed because your girlfriend or your boyfriend breaks up with you, or depressed because your cat dies, which sucks, I know. I'm talking about if you can be having the best day and then just the drop of a dime, you feel like shit and you want to die. I understand. And you can be okay. And if you need someone to talk to, I'll listen. I'm not a doctor. You should see one. And it's not bad to see a psychologist. Like, it's great to have someone to talk to they'll understand. And that's pretty much my video. I'm sorry I talked so long. If I hadn't made the notes, this would probably been twice as long. But thank you for watching. And for real, I'm going to put in the link. I'm going to put, like, you know, links for suicide prevention, like, place. Because please don't kill yourself. And then I'm going to put links for depression. Because, like I said, I know I'm special. Like, I've been lucky enough that I've learned to deal with it and cope on my own. And I know what my body needs in order to be happy.